I am Cathy Domoney of Raising Leaders. I am an award-winning author and coach, and I am representing Australia. So my company is dedicated to every family on the planet, regardless of socio-economic situation. And I am building a platform where education is free and relevant and is there to disrupt generational cycles that aren't working any longer, and really bringing everybody back to the basics of integrity, honor, kindness, love, accountability, responsibility, all of those core leadership things. Because there's been a real disconnect in the last few years where there are so many amazing young people, particularly, who are falling through the cracks, who have got so much to offer the world, but maybe aren't so academic. Or maybe they excel at academia, but they're not so social. And so maybe they need support in that area. And so what I'm building is a platform of resources, coaching, and containers and podcasts to really inform the planet on how every single child that is growing up can connect with these leadership pillars and become leaders in their community, so that they can really shine and make use of all the gifts and talents they have. So in order to accomplish this, I have a very full life. And so what I've done is a lot of inner work on myself. And that was primarily to become the best possible parent that I can to my 5 neurodiverse children. So that was really the start of everything, is really me understanding that I wasn't going to cut it in my current state. And so I did a lot of work on myself, and I disrupted my generational cycles so that I didn't pass it on to my children, who already had a lot of things going on in their lives. So they needed me to be in my full power. And so I feel that for me to show up every day and keep absolutely dedicated to my mission, I really look after myself, and I have very firm boundaries. So although I am all loving and all giving, I'm also pretty sturdy in what I'm allowing into my experience and what I'm not allowing into my experience, because I just feel like when you've got a bigger mission, you have to be really clean on your energy, who you're associating with. Are they elevating you? Are they draining you? Because you've got to be very particular, particularly when you have got a full life, because in order to show up as your most powerful, you need to nourish yourself in all ways and protect your energy and your time and your focus so that you can show up and really have the impact and legacy that you're wanting. I feel like there's been a miscommunication in the world. So we've told to be child-centered, but I feel like there's been a disconnect from the intention of that and the receiving of that. And we've actually become quite child-indulgent, which actually produces two completely different humans. And whereas we all are born with God-given rights to excel and claim what is ours in the world actually owes us nothing. So we're not going to get it handed to us on a plate. And I think there's a lot of discomfort around that, because there's a lot of people out there that just feel like the world owes them something. And although we're all entitled to create whatever we want, we need to earn it, and we need to show up in our full power, and we need to be kind, and we need to treat people with respect, and we need to be self-reflective. And I feel like we started in a world now where we are projecting onto other people instead of reflecting on our own behavior. And so the core of my work, really, especially with families when I was working privately, was getting everybody in the family unit reflecting to self. So we're not saying, hey, can you fix my kids? Hey, can you fix my parents? Everybody's showing up in their full power and saying, hey, I didn't show up in that situation as fully as I could. I didn't show up and with enough empathy. I didn't show up with a level of communication that made it possible for the other side to join me in a solution. And so really what we need to be doing is going back to self and developing our families so that we are all concerned with our own conduct and behavior. And if everybody in the world was concerned with their own conduct and behavior, that's actually how we achieve world peace. The world is better off because of my company, because it's a safe place to land. There is no guilt, shame, blame. Those are old paradigms of the past that have no place in our future. For us to really show up and connect to the next level that we're needing in humanity right now, we need to leave all of that negativity behind us, and we need to be looking at reasons to be connected, not offended. And so what I'm creating is a little online universe where parents and young ones can come and be held and nurtured and nourished and absolutely held to the highest standard, because that's why we're here. If we don't hold ourselves and each other to the highest standard, that's actually a travesty, because it means we're not reaching our full potential. And so this is a gorgeous space where everybody can come, regardless of background, regardless of situation, and plug into an online village where we're all supporting and elevating each other to the next level, because that's what the future of leadership needs.